Bienvenidos a todos. It's your boy Pandy Holmes, a singer-songwriter in pursuit of a wild dream, and I come to you today from Medellin, Colombia. Actually, we're in Lareles, and I've been trying to find somebody to do my hair for a little bit, or just to trim it up, ponte en forma un poquito mejor, put it in shape a little bit better, and I found this person through a beautiful restaurant that I found that we'll go visit later on in Lareles, and it's Michelle. Michelle. She's gonna be doing my hair today. We're just gonna hang out. This isn't gonna be nothing crazy. We're just gonna have a conversation while she does my hair, and just I just wanted to bring you guys along for the ride. So enjoy. Stay tuned. We're gonna have a little conversation. Maybe we'll learn something interesting that you can put into shape in your very own life. So stay tuned, y'all. Okay. All the YouTubers that I watch that talk about being a YouTuber, they're like, all you have to do is just document your life. Like, you don't have to overthink what you're doing. So it's like, I started doing that, and I have that's why I said I might post it, I might not, but I store all the footage, and I'll edit it later. And this year I started actually editing it and posting the videos,
Okay.
And because the more and more I come here to Colombia, this is my fourth time to Medellin, and I've been here for 2 weeks. The more and more I keep falling in love with this.
Yeah, it's a lovely place.
Yeah,
it really is a lovely place. Like, I didn't suspect that I was gonna live here. I've been abroad for a while now, but
12 years, sitting there, 13.
Yeah, 13. So I've been here for a while. Abroad for a while. And when I came to visit here, it could have had something to do with the fact that I was in a desert. And I got here and it was so green.
What do you mean? You were back home?
No, I was in Qatar in Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah, before I came here. And so, yeah, I ended up coming here to visit, and I was like, I got addicted quickly.
Mm-hmm.
It was just beautiful, just that lush green and really vibrant culture and everything like that. And I made several friends and stuff since I've been here, so it's just been great. I really started establishing myself.
Jeanette? Just going there?
Yeah, actually a friend of mine, another vegan friend of mine, took me there. I think she had gone once. No, it was both of our first time, but somebody else. Oh, actually, it's a mutual friend of my friend who knows Jeanette from back, I think maybe from here, but possibly from New York. And yeah, so she was like, hey, let's go try this new restaurant. And when I tell you, I haven't stopped going since. It's delicious.
It is. It really
I refer so many people there, all the time.
Special thing going there.
Yeah, it's good. And so it's not even that many. I mean, there are several vegan options here in the city, but not like that, for sure.
The flavor and the way she's putting the food together.
The execution is just, oh my gosh.
I just started coming to Lareles because I was, when you tell people you're going to Colombia, they're like, oh, be careful, it's dangerous, you're going to get robbed and all this, and it's not like that, but I was afraid to leave Provenza because of that. Interesting,
because that's the place where people say to be cautious.
No, yeah, totally. I mean, I guess if you're there messing with the girls and stuff,
yeah.
I'm not here for that.
Right.
But it's I mean, I hear people, there too, but they're you can get robbed on the street, if you're not paying attention. It's I don't know. So
it's not that bad though,
I don't think it is.
No.
It just doesn't seem like it. The worst thing that's ever happened to me was I got a tattoo, and I definitely got overcharged for the tattoo. But it's
well, yeah, I mean, that's going to be a thing to be gringoed on the prices of some things,
we
but
can't really avoid that.
Yeah, and that's anywhere, literally. It's not unique to here.
It's funny though, because in the States we don't do that to the foreigners.
You know, well, stuff is already expensive enough for everybody, so it's like, you know, you come here, it would make sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's still, even if you get ripped off a little bit, but I wouldn't even say ripped off all the time. You get upcharged a bit because of the dollar, you know, like the ratio and everything. You're still most likely not paying as much as you would pay for the same thing in the States. So it's not even like the biggest deal to us, but it's but you have to, I think the thing is like, people don't think all the time to make sure to check the cost and, you know, and stuff like that. It happened to a friend the other day. She was like, she went to buy something, you know, she bought something from someone and then found out the price later, like after she already, you know, agreed to get it.
Me a couple times too.
Yeah, we have to just understand that. So my travel experience has taught me, you know what I mean, like a lot of places have like that bargaining culture and stuff. Yeah. So you have to, you know, you should negotiate in a lot of places, you know. Not ripping them off either, not trying to shortchange them just because you know that it's not as expensive as the States. You know, you can be respectful about it, but you know, most likely you're still going to be getting a much better deal.
Totally.
Yeah.
So like, I wanted to ask you, because I was listening to your thing, like, have you ever experienced plant medicine at all?
Experience what?
Plant medicine at all?
Oh yeah, I did ayahuasca here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. Yeah. That's why I do that every time I come here.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. I had a ceremony my first 4 days here.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, I've drank the medicine 18 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I've been saying that I want to do it again. I feel like it's been calling me again.
Well, you would know too. So.
Yeah, like it's been coming up a lot, even in conversation, just like people asking me, for example, like where that would otherwise never happen. But yeah, after it came to me again, like, you know, I think it's time.
What made you want to drink it the first time?
Well, I have been curious. Yeah, you said what?
I love hearing ayahuasca stuff.
Yeah, I've been saying that I wanted to like talk about mine a little bit, and I just still haven't done it. It's been like 4 years.
Since you tried it?
Yeah, since I did the first time.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a beautiful experience though. Okay. I was in what's the name of the I can't think of the name of the area right now.
Is it in Medellin?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Guarne. Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Oh, you don't know? Where do you go then?
February I went to this place called La Guaira, and then but now I found this community. It's actually close. It's in Medellin. I don't know exactly, but it's like outside. You can see a whole view of Medellin. It's called Harmonica.
Okay.
But it's really affordable, and it's like, I just love the team.
Yeah.
Like, ayahuasca is it's just a very powerful medicine. It is.
You know, it is like, it's definitely healing and stuff. So the time that I went, it was for, you know, I was seeking like healing in a different way, in a deeper way. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it really did provide that for me. Like just kind of insight on things. And I didn't pick up, the thing about it is not like, it doesn't always just give you straight out answers or anything.
Right.
You know, so I think the first time I'd done a psilocybin, you know, ceremony before. Okay. Ceremony. And I feel like I went into that with these expectations and stuff because I didn't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so like preparing ahead of time for the ayahuasca ceremony, I was like, you know, I'm going to go in just completely open without all of these expectations or whatever, you know, and just receive what I'm meant to receive.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was great.
I think that's a big part of it is like you have to go in open, and then it's like after you get the healing, after you get through, a lot of people go in it looking for healing. Like that's how I fell into the path. It's like after you get through the healing part, right? There's deeper information that you can access through the medicine, like understanding your life to take you on a path like you would never really imagine. Like you can actually find like a tour guide of Medellin, like a tour guide of life. It's really interesting. Like that's how I'm here in Colombia. It's just like the medicine brought me here. Mm-hmm. The medicine told me I needed to learn Spanish, and it's just like now I'm trying to build connections and relationships with people here, because it's just like, I think it was the same video. You're like, yeah, people, you get here and then there's communities here. You just become part of them or something like that. You're saying it's like you gotta and that's what I'm trying to build before I actually take the jump to come here. Like I don't want to just. You just came here, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, that's because I had experience living abroad already.
Okay.
So it was easier. It's like I know things I have to do, you know what I mean, to establish myself and everything. So I felt more secure in that. But yeah, I found that it was easy here to just kind of figure out the things I need, also to build community. Like we were talking about in that same conversation, here, it's really, you have to be intentional about that as well. So just being a person who also creates the spaces for building community and stuff like that. Like I see the importance of it, because when I moved abroad 13 years ago, it wasn't the same. You know what I mean? Like it's a lot easier now. More people are doing it.
Yeah.
And a lot of information is shared.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's way easier for me to just come here now than it was for you 13
Exactly.
Years ago.
So, but I mean, and I'm glad to have been a part of that, like establishing that type of community and, and stuff like that in different places. But here, it's like you come into it. And like I said, I've been here 4 years. Now, because of the location. Yeah, I've been here 4.
Like in Laredes?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So, being here 4 years, I've definitely built, and found community.
Right.
And, and I think also because I'm a creative, if you can see, I got all kind of arts and craft supplies around here.
I come through your channel.
Okay.
I didn't follow you because, I just always like to make sure I meet people first.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not just gonna I don't know, I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
You meet someone, it's like, oh yeah, I'll just follow you, and then it's like...
Yeah. But yeah, I just being a part of the creative community is I got connected to local creatives as well, especially in the Afro-Colombian community.
Okay.
So that's been great, to even bring more. I joined a book club in Spanish too with some Afro-Colombian friends, so it's you really just kind of have to be intentional about it sometimes, but it's easy, even if you don't know anything, if you don't know the language and stuff, it's easy to come here, and because there's so many people here, so many of us.
Yeah, the thing I'm finding is even though I've spent 4 years learning the language, I can pretty much speak the language. Not like them, but I can definitely speak it.
Yeah.
It's just the more that I interact with this Medellin, it's there's way more English speaking people here than I ever would have imagined. Mm-hmm. It's
definitely.
Even in with Jeanette, I was sitting there, speaking in Spanish. Then we got to the whole course of the meal. Mm-hmm. And then we got to the dessert, and she's trying to explain something to me. And I was like, oh, can you repeat that again? And then she just busted out English, and I was like, okay. So
you didn't even know?
I had no idea.
Okay.
She said she heard an accent, but she said I didn't speak like a gringo, so she just kept speaking to me in Spanish.
Okay, yeah.
And it was just interesting because this has happened to me so many times. People will just entertain my Spanish and later on reveal that they speak perfect English, and it's so you guys all know English.
Well, I mean, it depends on which areas and stuff, right? Over here in Lareles, there are a lot of expats, and even I have even neighbors around here who used to live in the States and have come back. You know what I mean? So you do have some people who speak, but then there are a lot of people who don't. And so it'll depend on the neighborhood that you're in and stuff like that. Around Poblado, you'll find a lot of people speaking English as well, employees of different businesses, because the tourism is high over there,
right.
you know. So it really just depends. And then I teach English as well. So I'm like, I know a lot of my students, you know, from their experiences and stuff.
Yeah, I think she mentioned that to me too. She was telling me you work like a lot with the communities, like trying to get the girls off the street.
Yeah, I do have a couple programs that I started. Like I started art camp. I host craft workshops. That's what I'm mostly focusing on here now, you know. Okay. So I do that, and I created like a program for teen girls and art camp for kids. So yeah, I just like, you know, that's just stuff that I do anyway.
So what was it like for you when you decided to leave America? That is like really, in my mind, like it's really hard for me to like come to grips with.
Yeah, I mean, well.
Was it you who said you didn't talk to your mom for 4 years, or was that your friend?
Oh no, you said to my mom. Oh yeah, no, that was her. I think not having gone home there to see her. I think. Okay. Like in person, you know. So.
Okay, she still talks to her. She just
just not in person. Yeah. Well, you know, you see the state of things right now. It's like I saw that a long time ago. It's like, you know, I have a degree in Black Studies, first of all. So it's like I have a deeper understanding of the history and everything that's going down. And I was just like, this doesn't sit well with my spirit. Just like knowing, you know what I mean? You just see the energy just flowing in a certain direction. And I was like, just especially as a creative, you know, your creativity and everything, you know, will be stifled if you stay in certain environments that's not like,
absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. That's the one thing you guys were talking about in the video that I resonated with so deeply. It's like every time I leave here, it's like you go through the vortex of going back to America, the energy, the frequency, the
it's
food,
like, oh, here we go again.
Exactly.
You gotta take a deep breath before you even cross back over.
Exactly, I hate
that airport visit is even like depressing. Like, oh man, here we go again.
Yeah, you just feeling standing in that immigration line.
Seriously,
like, all of it. It's like I never heard nobody talk about that before. So it's just, I was like, okay, like listen, they know something.
It is real, because I mean, you know, and my friend in that conversation had been abroad for. She's been abroad for 4 years, and this is her first country. You know, I've lived in. This is my fifth. I believe fifth. Yeah, so.
Fifth country that you lived in? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or is it fourth? Maybe fourth. Ethiopia, Egypt, Qatar. Yeah, and then here, so forth. Yeah, so it's been just. It's kind of depressing in a way, but you know, I am still more optimistic, you know what I mean? But it's like I can't physically be there.
Right.
You know, and that was important for me to recognize, like, for myself. I can't let this ship sink, you know?
Right.
Because I see, like, a lot of my friends and family, like, they're really struggling right now, especially with the energy, everything that's going on. It's a lot. And it's like, you know, especially if you're more sensitive to that, you know, like my friend was saying, like, being sensitive to energies and stuff like that, like, that's a really toxic environment.
Absolutely.
You know? And really, it's so much world out here. It's like we don't have to limit ourselves to just one place. I was just an adventurous person in the first place. So I started traveling early. And then I was just like, well, I like it over there, you know, in other places. And why not? Why can't I? You know, that was kind of my.
So, but like you didn't have a job or anything?
I did. So I teach, actually. That's mostly what I do. So even like I said, now I host craft workshops and stuff. I'm still able to teach. But like I was working in international schools at first. Like that's how I was originally, you know, like working in other places. So just like I was teaching kindergarten.
Okay.
And so, you know, you have international schools everywhere. So I was teaching in international schools and then teaching English as well, like in some places. And yeah, but I didn't come here though to do that. But you know, I still ended up teaching.
Interesting.
Yeah. But it's different ways, like you see, I'm here now. Like,
yeah.
there are people who need their locks done. I was a loctician also in Atlanta when I lived there, working in the salon. So before I first moved abroad, I was working in the salon. And so it's like, well, people are always going to need something. So it's like we can be creative and figuring out how to make a living for ourselves, find out different skills and things that you have and how to offer them, and it'll happen. Okay. You can make things happen.
I know. I'm just like, the thing is for me, it's like, I feel like I have this like attachment to USD, like that's my lifeline here.
Yeah.
Because I know how powerful that is here. It's just.
I mean, yeah.
I want to get paid in
I
USD,
don't feel. Well, yeah, it's the same. I mean, most of the people that I serve are also from the States. A lot of them still work remotely or something like that. So I'm not charging pesos necessarily,
right.
So it's like, I understand just as far as survival, like, but I think the important thing, I try to tell people, especially preparing ahead of time, like I know that I have certain skills and things that different routes I can take. For example, like being a teacher, I know I can go and work in a school or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that salary, depending on where it is, obviously, will be good for me. And even sometimes, if there's like an American school or something like that, then you can get paid in USD and things like that. So I know that I have several avenues. I don't just walk into something completely blind, you know. Right. But there are ways. I always suggest people figure out what it is that they can do. And I recommend, honestly, back home, like before you leave, if you have the time, because like I kind of, now at this point, I can move randomly and figure out what to do.
Mm-hmm. You built that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, I've had the experience for over a decade now. So like, I feel more comfortable doing it, but I wouldn't tell other people if you're not sure, especially if you don't have the experience, then I would suggest that you become, you come more prepared. So it's different ways. Some people do like, what's it called? Like drop shipping and whatever type of online business or offering some type of service, freelancing, you know what I mean? It's stuff like that where I don't recommend coming to a place and trying to find work there. Like that, yeah, it is smarter because your money will stretch further. As long as the dollar is going to be stronger. So yeah, I definitely suggest if you can try to do something like that.
It's like, I was sitting in this cafe the other day, and it's just like, I heard this lady and this guy, they were just like, oh, you're on a recorded line doing, that kind of work. And it's just like, so these people, like, because I get those calls, you're on a recorded line, we're calling you from so-and-so. It's like, these people are sitting in cafes doing that. Like, they're actually, I always imagined they were in an office somewhere, but these people are in another country making USD. And I talked to the lady, I was like, how did you get to this? She's like, oh, I just applied on Upwork. I've been doing this for 14 years. But my husband's been doing it for a year. I just got him the job. And it's just like, you just go on Upwork and, make a resume and maybe someone will like it. And I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's people doing like, I know somebody who even made like a virtual assistant business or something like that, right? Where you completely remote as long as you're getting the work done. But some people also, they ain't necessarily doing it like the legal way. I just saw something like yesterday saying that like Zoom is going to start, or Teams is going to start revealing the location, your Wi-Fi location or something like that.
Because so many people are abroad.
Because I meet people, it's like, it's not always the right avenue that they take, but they make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
But, there are ways, though, that you can do it. People find remote work. And, again, especially if you're, like, freelancing or something like that, you have more freedom with that. But, yeah, I'm like, look, this is the time. People need to be trying to figure out other options.
Exactly.
You don't want to be caught. It can't jump ship,
So what exactly did you see all those years ago? You said you saw it, you had the foresight kind of.
I mean, I didn't like just some people kind of buy into that, like the American dream kind of thing,
It's a lot.
yeah, and then just saying like, denying the reality. Like we still have not reconciled with the racism and just the obstacles that are actually there.
For sure.
We have not dealt with it. Sure. And I don't like when it's like, it's like they kind of expect us to just move forward. And it's like, yeah, I will thrive wherever. Like I know the type of person I am. I will thrive wherever I am. I'm not worried about that. Like, but do I have a choice to do I have a choice to make another decision? Like, I do.
Yeah.
And so like, why not take it where I'll be happier? I've been so happy, like so much happier.
Do you feel like there's any racism
For sure.
Towards you?
No, not towards me. So that's the thing is, also understanding that we have privilege when you're in another place, like right. Most likely, especially, having a U.S. passport, like right. U.S. propaganda has spread far and wide. So like a lot of people still think it's like the greatest place ever. And, all this stuff. It's probably changing now. Yeah, right. People's opinions are probably changing now, but yeah. It's still like, the influence, just like you get the benefit of the doubt. Now, I think especially like as a Black person experiencing privilege in a way, we have to, I believe that it's important to not like abuse that privilege. But like, for example, you can help to advocate for people, who don't have a voice. Because I've been in literally that same situation everywhere I've lived, whether I was on the continent, of Africa or in another country, you know what I mean? Like anti-Blackness exists everywhere. Mm-hmm. And so the reality is that as a Black American, most of the time we do not experience that, like especially if they know where we're from or whatever. Mm-hmm. We're not experiencing that, like the same thing. And so in a way, even if you think about it in the sense of like you not like of there being a language barrier, you don't always even know what somebody is saying, right? So it's like there's a peace of mind that like of not having to hear it as well, what I mean? Yeah. It's like ignorance is bliss. Exactly, yeah. So it's just like just on the surface level of having like a certain level of peace, of not having to deal with certain things. But on a deeper level, like there is a lot of like they have the same history here as we did. They had slavery. Yeah. They have, anti-Blackness. It's people still today, like just the infrastructure in some areas that are more, that are heavier, Black and indigenous are, the infrastructure is not there the same as in other areas and stuff, so even in the politics, I talk to my students about like the politics and everything, like what's really going on. I can catch some things, like some headlines and stuff like that, but I talk to my friends and stuff here, about what they really get from it. Because people can be looking at stuff that's happening in the U.S. over the news and don't get the full story if you don't know the history. Right, you know what I mean? Right, yeah. So it's the same way here. And I'm like, yeah, I know things definitely exist, but it's like if you are aware about it, you can make a more informed decision and not participate in it. You know what I mean? Like I consciously try to support more Black and indigenous businesses, for example. Same thing I would do back home.
Do you mean like when you say indigenous, are you talking about like those, like the indigenous people that are on the side of the street in Colorado? Yeah,
those are, so a lot of them, I volunteer with them sometimes, the Embera people, but it's different tribes, So but the Embera is one.
I'm still confused about that. It's like some people say don't give them money because the government actually supports them. And some people say that they really are poor people.
It's not, like I said, I've volunteered. It's an organization here that I volunteer with that works exclusively with that particular tribe that you see, like that's on the street in that area. I've been to even places where they stay. You wouldn't even want to visit. You wouldn't even want to walk through there. And it's not like they don't get enough support and things like that. Like that, yeah. But I wouldn't say like, I don't know. That's what. So I create programs and stuff because I do believe in like teaching somebody how to fish rather than just giving them fish.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, what if I don't have it for real? You know what I mean? Like, so that's not always the most effective way. But like, I wouldn't say don't give it to them. You know, don't give somebody food or, you know, any type of help or whatever, just because, you know, and it's not true that the government is just fully taking care of them. Because a lot of them are in super bad conditions, you know, like their living conditions and food and, you know, all of that stuff. And it's like they're working like it's literally hand to mouth. Like they have to be out there every day. Yeah.
It's just like, I guess for me, like when I first came here, I used to give money all the time. Mm-hmm. Then it's like the second and third time I came here, it's like the kids are so aggressive. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing in that area, especially.
Yeah.
You know.
And then I asked like the cabbies about them, like the taxistas, and like some of them will be like, no, don't give them money, and it's just like, so like, what happened to them? I asked ChatGPT about them, and the AI said that like government came and took their land.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing in the U.S., right? Like with our indigenous, a lot of them are on reservations, and you know they were forced out of areas, and you know what I mean, forced into certain situations that you know they shouldn't have to even conform to, but that's the reality. You know, a lot of them are still like there are movements that the tourists, you know, your average tourist is not going to hear about what's going on, right. But there are like movements and you know fights with you know with the government and things like that to get certain things taken care of, to get protections and stuff. But like we look in the U.S., look at our indigenous people there. Like you really look at the conditions of how people are living on those reservations and their, you know, rights just being reduced and, you know.
I've never actually seen it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I did this show in Montana this summer at the university, and it's like all like probably 70% of the kids there were indigenous students at the University of Montana.
Okay.
And it's like they were kind of like talking about it. Like they're supported by the government, but it's like it was just interesting. I didn't even know Montana had indigenous people. But
yeah,
all those kids are from the
you know how I knew it from a little bit in history or whatever, but like I watched a show called Yellowstone.
Okay.
And so they talked about it and showed the history, and they had spin-offs where they went back in history. The show is actually really good. My friend, the one in that video, she's the one that she and her husband were watching it, and they got me to watching it. But it was really good, actually. What is his name? Is it Dennis Quaid? Maybe him. Yeah, I think that's who it is. That's who I'm picturing in my head. But anyway, the show. So they're in Montana, and basically the family is like the story of this family that's, you know, they have history going way back to even the pioneering times, you know, and getting that, you know, the farmland and stuff like that. But obviously there were people already there. Yeah, and so, you know, you see even the process of them putting the indigenous people in the boarding schools and forcing them to forget their language and culture and forcing them into English and domestic work and stuff like that. So that even stuff like that helps to inform, you know what I mean, on just it's real history, you know what I mean, even if it's entertainment. But yeah, that kind of stuff, it actually exists. And like in some cases, because the poverty level here can be so, it's very noticeable. Yeah. And that's why you get like a higher amount of like petty crime and stuff too. Right. It happens literally anywhere. Yeah, you go to any U.S. city where the poverty is extreme, you're going to see the same thing, you know? Yeah. So, but yeah, it's terrible. Like I've even gone to, like I said, there where a lot of them stay, and they have like, now I cannot think of the name that they call it in Spanish, but it's kind of like project kind of style living, right? But it's like pay by the day. And it'll be maybe, I believe they said it could have been about 20 to 50 pesos or something a night. I believe maybe around 20 or so. But imagine, that's anybody. That's people who are on drugs, people who, you know, just on the street for various reasons. Yeah. It's not exclusive to them, but that's like a super low budget, you know, housing option. And again, you know, so the people who are out there selling stuff or doing stuff on the street, you know, that they can afford stuff like that sometimes. And the conditions are terrible. People get abused in those areas, you know, it's like they barely have a door, it's like separated by a sheet hanging up on the wall. You know what I mean? Like multiple people to a super small, dark room, no lights, no running water. You know, it's conditions like that. And this is in the city.
Okay. Yeah, it's in El Centro, right?
Yeah.
I was talking with I was eating ice cream 2 nights ago, and 2 little kids came up to me and were like, buy me ice cream, you know? Just like, I bought them the smallest one and they ate it, but I was like, I did it so that I could ask them some questions and just try to understand. And it's just like, they told me they came here in the morning on a bus and that they lived in Central. Because I was just trying to find out if they have like a big house or nothing. They're like, no.
No. I heard somebody, now I believe some people do come and exploit them as well, you know, because I heard something, I saw something, it was an article saying that like, it was like a ring of like indigenous people involved in like some type of thing. Or I believe it was like somebody exploiting them and having them like get all this money or whatever off the street. But they, you know, and saying that they earned a bunch of money. That's not, it wouldn't even be sufficient. Okay. No, that wouldn't, I mean, you know, it wouldn't even make sense. Even if it was few who were, you know, getting over in a little way, it's like they don't even have anything. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be the same. It's not the same as we would think. Like, and I've seen some cases, people, and I'm from LA, so like some people off Skid Row, you know, they'll be like, you'll see some people getting in the car on, you know, after a day of getting money on the street. Busking, so
that's the idea that I had that these people are doing.
No. Okay. If you really get to see what's going on, it will change your mind. You know, so it's like, it's not a lot, you know, a couple of pesos, that's like 20 cents. Yeah, it's not even $1.
Especially to us. Like,
so it's like, I don't think that hurts anything, but at the same time, it's like, you know, I use my discernment, like, for example, with small kids, like I've even been to their schools, like for the indigenous people, and there are some like schools that a lot of them go to exclusively. And then you have like the normal public schools too. And so like some areas you go into, like Comuna 13, for example. You've been there?
Yep.
Yeah. So in Comuna 13, I decide not to give children money in there because I was even told by locals in that community, it's like, you know, you want to encourage them to be in school. You shouldn't be out here hustling.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, we need to be in school. That's what I believe. When you give
them money, you're encouraging them to keep hustling.
Because why I'm making more out here, you know what I mean? And so, yeah.
What were you doing in Comuna 13?
I mean, I'm
touring it, or like were you doing work there?
No, I mean, I have volunteered up there, but I don't. I take people, like when I have visitors and stuff, people come.
Okay.
And yeah, so that's what brings me up there sometimes. But yeah, it was when I first got here and I did a tour that way.
Yeah, everybody said I had to see it, so I went.
Mm-hmm. What'd you think? Yeah. You got the tour or no? You just walked
I got
around?
The tour.
Okay.
I wanted to hear the story and all that. Like, I'm just very intrigued by the culture here. Like, it's very interesting to me. And so it's like, I mean, I just don't understand how people can live like that.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
So you see there, imagine if you got even less, you know?
It's kind of hard to
like imagine. It is. Like when I saw it, like I wanted to cry. Like that's how terrible it was, you know? But you know, that's the reality in some places, so.
It's like, and then I went to I had this Spanish lesson, and there was an Australian girl, and she was just like, we were just talking about like how privileged we are for no reason. Like we were just born into these bodies and got a good passport. Like it's just like, she's like, it's just so unfair, but it's like, it's not our fault. Like it's just like, it's so true, but it feels like it's our fault. I don't know how to explain that. It's just like, I can't help that I was born in America. Like, there's nothing I can do about that.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, people experience struggle at different levels. So it's like, you know, you can feel, like some people feel that way about being born black in places where you experience extreme racism, you know?
Straight up. I hear that. I understand that deeply too.
But yeah, I mean, poverty, because you see, it's like something that can be fixed. Like if, you know, with you know, with, I was even just having a conversation. I like to bring up controversial topics with my students. And so I was talking about capitalism. And people are like, oh, no, 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 because they see like, you know, some examples in history where they like, oh, well, this didn't work. It doesn't work. I'm like, capitalism doesn't work. When you got people making billions, you know, multiple millions and billions, and you got people starving and they're not sharing resources. They're voting against people just having basic needs met. Right. You know, like that's evil to me.
No, I agree with that.
It's the same thing here. You know what I mean? Like, actually, I know you saw like how, especially the last election, they were like a lot of Latinos voted for Trump and stuff like that. You see, they got Latinos for Trump. And I know there are a lot of Colombians and stuff, especially in Florida, you know, and they have that mindset, because I know several people here who agree with Trump and, you know, and stuff like that. And because privilege, like, you know, and I think a lot of times, even if it's not their intention to be evil to somebody else, is like some people have a scarcity mindset of like, if somebody else has something, like that's going to be less for them.
That's not true.
Like, that's unfortunate. But like, I think it's like a fear that's been struck into people to not allow others to have basic needs. And I'm like, it's ridiculous. It's criminal, honestly.
It is, but it's legal, you know?
It's legal, but look at who is making the laws. Look at who is doing the lobbying and stuff like that. Like, it makes sense, you know, but in our country, you know, you got people that are siding with the rich, even though you don't fit into that category, right, and those are not, you're not, right. But it's the illusion that you can be. Yeah. It's the illusion.
You never will be.
No. Never. And it's like, but it's like, even if you will, you know what I mean? Even if you, it's not saying that you won't be successful. Like, what, you know, you determine what success is, but
who needs to be that
people,
successful?
but that's what I'm saying. Why do we need people with multiple billions, and they're just hoarding the wealth? What are you going to even do with that?
You can't even spend that money. Like, you just can't.
And you got people that cannot meet their basic needs. You don't have food. You can't, you know, and it's not right. But anyway, that happens here. It happens there in so many places, you know, but I know for sure, because like, look at the extreme poverty that you see. It's such a clear line between the haves and the have-nots. It gets, and it's levels, you know what I mean? It's definitely levels to the poverty. All right, I think.
It's just interesting.
It is.
I've never really, going back to something you said before, it's like, I never really felt privileged till I came here. Mm-hmm. You know, like, it's just a weird feeling. It's like, it's kind of addicting. I don't mean to say it like that, but it is. Like, it feels good. I hate saying that, but it's like. But
I think it's good to acknowledge it. You know what I mean? Like, but I find empowerment, and like, it gives me a little more, like, I can pay it forward. I don't have to abuse it. And so it shows me like how, like, you know, we go back to the States, for example, and look at people who are born into privilege. And some people are dicks about it. And will, you know, they want the people on the bottom to stay on the bottom. Like, yeah, you should, like, I would advocate in other schools that I've worked in, for example, like me as a foreigner, I'm getting paid way more than somebody doing the same job as a local. Right. That's just the thing that happens, you know what I mean? And with that, I'm like, well, this is privilege that I have, right? I will be listened to more. I can advocate. I can use my voice and my privilege to advocate for somebody that doesn't have that power, you know, and that privilege. So it depends on, you know, what you do with it.
Yeah, how you use that power.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a complicated thing, but it is, it's important to acknowledge it, you know. I think we'll be all right if we we just, you know, that's a simple thing. It's taking nothing out of your mouth to just acknowledge that small fact. So yeah, I didn't take a lot off.
Okay.
But I just kind of And I wanted to keep it more like natural looking, not just like straight chop. So let's see. Here's so tell me if you want a little bit more. Let me see actually. And put it exactly like how you normally wear it. I was flipping it in a way.
Yeah, so you can cut it.
Yeah.
I mean, these ones always fall down, but I'll just be doing this all day. So
right.
Yeah.
But like even so here, let me see, because I was wondering if you want to keep it. Well, let me see. And also I was trying to like stretch them out because, you know, when you do a retwist again, the length is going to change. Yeah.
That's why I wanted them cut dry.
Why? Yeah, exactly.
Because I did that once, like I retwisted them.
And then it was different.
Yeah, it was way shorter. When I started watching it,
yeah, exactly. But yeah, there's a mirror right there if you want to even look at the back. Okay, good. I don't want to take too much off and really throw it off, or you know, like you said, you like to keep the length.
I mean, I come here every 4 months.
So okay, it's gonna grow back.
Yeah, it's gonna.
But yeah, I think you should see. Also, when you retwist it, what it looks like.
Yeah, because it's gonna lay flatter. Like,
yeah. But let me see. I gotta see it from the front too.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I wash it a lot too,
actually.
So it's like when it's wet too, it'll look a little different. And then I know people say for some reason I shouldn't wash it all the time, but like
how often?
Probably like every 2 weeks.
No, that's not.
If
bad.
I twist it, I'll wait like 3 weeks, and then I'll wash it like every 2 weeks after that, just so. Because I try to keep like so it's easy, like the parts are kind of still there when I wash it. I try to twist it like once a month or once every month and a half. Try to.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. That's not. Are you moisturizing it?
I try. I was actually going to ask if you could do a little moisturizer.
Yeah, I got some oil.
And then I wanted to. I know she was promoting your products really hard.
Oh yeah, I do. Actually, I do.
Thing is I'm all about.
Yeah. I make my own like hair oils. Actually, I just sold the last few. I gotta make some more, but actually a couple days ago.
Are sourced from Colombia.
I try to use all local ingredients. So the other day I hosted one of my art workshops and we did body butter. So that's one of the things I make too. I vend out here as well, so that's one thing, you know.
What do you mean, like you go to the markets?
Yeah, I go to markets and vend.
I saw the body butter. She put it in the camera.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I do. I only have a couple up there, but
those ones are there?
Yeah, because I gotta make some more. Those are samples.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have a few different scents.
The body butter is just basically lotion?
Yeah, moisturizer. But it's still sourced with mostly local. Like it's shea butter in there, which obviously is from Africa. But I use Colombian cacao and coconut as well in there.
Can you make it here in this place?
I do small batch. Okay. So I'm actually thinking about, because it's actually pretty popular now. I've been selling it like the first time I was vending out here. Because I also, you see, I got sewing machines and fabric and stuff. So I design. Oh yeah, you did say that. Okay.
I do know about you.
I do stuff.
I just need to get the follow button right away.
Yeah.
I'll give you the follow after.
Okay.
You're good people.
But yeah, I do. Like at the markets, it's like I like to do I know it's something that people don't really have here like that.
Yeah.
And so and I make it for myself. Really, a lot of things that I make and sell is stuff that I use myself, and people just ask me for it.
I mean, you should use it. I feel like that, like.
But see, even that, like what I was saying, it's unlimited things. Especially, if you're strategic about going to a place where you can meet the needs of people there. There's an expat community everywhere now. Like we're everywhere now.
Everywhere.
And so imagine, like certain standards. It's not that nobody does hair here, but it's certain standards that I know people like, that we have. And I was a hairstylist back in the States, so it's like there are going to be people who come to me.
And that's the weird thing. Sorry to interrupt, but tying back to like ayahuasca, it's like the medicine connects you with things like before you even realize what's happening. It's like,
for sure.
When I was coming here, I was like, I know I want to get my hair done and medicine. It's like, you know, maybe in the future we can do a retwist or something too. You know, but it's like, because I'm gonna need those resources when I come here, and it's just like. That's what's been happening every time. It's like I stumbled upon her restaurant because I was just walking through Laurellis, and it's just like I was looking for a vegetarian restaurant, not specifically vegan. And it's like even at the end of the meal, it's like she's like, "Yeah, I have a there's not a lot of vegan restaurants or something." She said vegan. So I was like, "Oh, this is vegan."
Oh, you didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
No way. How did you stumble into that?
Because
without
I just
even
typed
knowing.
into Google like vegetarian restaurants, and I was just going through a few, and then I saw Ginger, which actually it's her name and her husband's name. It's not even Ginger. I was like, I like Ginger, so I'm gonna go there.
Right, yeah,
You know?
and it's their name.
And it's their names, and it's just like, and then like the food, like you said, it's so on
it's
point.
delicious. The execution, the flavors, everything. Like they do so well.
All of it. It's like really weird. Like
I'm telling you, it's addictive. I'm like, I go there way too much sometimes.
So there was this cream or whatever it was in the dessert that I ate. So I never realized it was, and there was cream in something else I ate, but I never realized it was a vegan.
It was vegan, yep.
And it's like, then I'm talking with Jeanette, and it's just like, and then I asked her, I don't know, why would I ask the restaurant lady for a recommendation of where to get my hair done?
Right.
You know, like,
and she knows.
Not even a black lady.
And she knows, yeah.
She knew exactly who to connect me to, what kind of person to like, it's just weird. It's just like, sometimes we do things and we don't know why, but it's like, that's how the medicine works.
Listen,
like,
you'll be led on the path you're supposed, like you'll be on the path that you need to be on all the time. You just got to trust that. You got to trust it. I mean, do you share your ayahuasca experience with anybody?
I'm doing it now, but in a more controlled way. Because the first time I drank ayahuasca, I was posting on Facebook and everything, and I shouldn't have done that because people don't understand the medicine. You know, like they took everything I was saying the wrong way. They're like, "Yo, apparently went crazy."
Right.
And so it's like I had to dial back.
Everybody will understand. Yeah.
I was writing some crazy out there stuff on Facebook without care. There's still a couple posts like that on my Instagram too. It's like I had to learn to, and they tell you that when you leave the retreat. But I was drinking so much medicine, it's like that I didn't care.
Yeah.
I had to learn to dial that back.
Yeah, it'll put you out there. People be like, wait a minute. Oh, you know, because it's still not even widely understood that.
Not at all. No.
So, yeah, people would not understand it. Hey, well, hold on. He just went off on the deep end.
Exactly. So I'm reintroducing it slowly through songs and little hints there. And, like, I want to talk about it more. Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
Through music. I didn't even think about doing it through that way.
The songs in the ceremonies, they're... You know, there's specific songs towards medicine, so it's like I'm learning all these songs now.
Oh, that's amazing.
And, so people, you know, they can ask me now. They can, what is this song about? You know, it's like.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Different ways to introduce it. Not, you got to drink this medicine. It's going to take you in the past lives in the future, and you're going to know the future. You're going to be able to read people's minds and all this crazy stuff. The government's trying to poison us. And, you know, it's like, no, you're pushing more people away by talking like
right, exactly. They would not understand it.
They won't understand.
That is funny. Well, look, those of us who do, and actually here a lot of you already know probably like a lot of people come here for plant medicine.
Yeah, a lot.
It's certain different areas and stuff. Okay, we're done with that. I oiled your scalp. You want to try the shea butter?
Yeah, sure. I'll take one.
This is one of my favorites. It's called Manifesting Love. That's my original scent. But yeah, that's the only one actually. Oh, that one and that one you can try.
That's Manifesting Love right there.
I have one of them. No, this one is Manifesting Love. This one is called Divino. It's more of a slightly.
Alright, put it on my brow.
That one is a slightly.
I like the Manifest.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Take one of those. Do you have anything for my hair though?
I don't. I just sold out my last oils until I make some more. So.
Okay. Well, I'll be back here in. I only have 5 days left on this trip.
Okay.
But I'll be back here in March or February because I'm going to Machu Picchu in Peru.
Oh, nice. I just went. Well, I didn't go to Machu Picchu. I went to Cusco and Lima.
Okay, well, it's there.
Yeah.
This is what I'm buying, guys. I'll lay it down. Yeah. But it's her little shea butter. I'm sorry.
It's whipped body butter.
Whipped body butter.
It's luxurious. I love it. It's nice and whipped.
This one's called Manifesting Love because I'm about that.
Exactly.
So we got my hair did today, and I'm very pleased. I'm very satisfied with this.
Yay.
It looks good.
Okay.
Keep going. Now.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm just going to close out the video with a little chat.
All right. Go ahead.
And it's Michelle.
Michelle from LA.
Michelle from LA got my hair did up in here. She got her own little community in Colombia. I'm glad to be part of this community. I'm glad that I was led here, to be honest with you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. I think we covered a lot of topics. We spoke about a lot of things, and just to give you an idea of what Colombia might be like if you're traveling through here. Give you an idea of some of the reasons why I decided to come to this country, and if you've been following any of my videos, give you an idea of how life can guide you through into other experiences. I just want to thank you guys for staying to the end one last time. My name is Pentley Holmes. I'm the singer-songwriter in pursuit of a wild dream. If you want to find out more about me, you can check me out on my website. You can contact me on my Instagram, which is linked to everything. And I just hope that you have a beautiful day. Stay blessed.